Welcome to the overview video for UFC 313 Alex Pereira vs Magomed Ankalaev, where we will find out which fighters are picked the most for all fights on this card by the UFC Prediction Channels on YouTube, the Tapology Community, and what the average odds are at this moment. And we start with Gutierrez vs Castañeda in the bantamweight division. And these fighters are completely even in average odds with minus 110 for both. Although the fighters are even in odds, the Tapology Community heavily favors Gutierrez with 87% of the picks for him, and most predict he will win via decision. The prediction channels on YouTube also favor Gutierrez, but less than the Tapology Community. 61 out of 81 prediction channels pick him to win, or 75.3%. And 20 channels picked Castañeda to win, for almost 25%. When we look at the best predictors, they are more in line with the odds makers, and it's almost even in picks. 7 out of 13 pick Gutierrez to win, and 6 out of 13 pick Castañeda. The channel names that are highlighted in green are the best predictors over the last 9 months. The channels in dark green had a return on investment of 9% or higher, and in light green under 9%. For more information, check out the 9 months results video. A link is in the description below or at the end of this video. And since this fight is basically even in odds, we can kind of ignore the best favorite and underdog predictors, but basically it's even in picks. The next fight is in the middleweight division between Ozzy Diaz and Djorden Santos. Santos is the favorite with minus 195 and Ozzy Diaz the underdog with plus 160. Djorden Santos is not a big favorite in odds, but he's a big favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 86%. And most of them have predicted that he will win via decision or a KO/TKO. And he's also a big favorite in picks by the YouTube prediction channels. 69 out of 86 channels, or 80% of them, have picked him to win. And 16 channels have picked Ozzy Diaz to win for 20%. And we kind of see the same result with the best predictors. 10 out of 13 picked Djorden Santos to win for 77%, and 3 of them picked Diaz. The best favorite predictors, the channels with the highest return on investment when picking favorites, 8 out of 10 are predicting Djorden Santos the favorite to win. And the best underdog predictors have no faith in the underdog in Ozzy Diaz, and only 1 out of 10 pick him to win. For more information about the best favorite and underdog predictors over the last 9 months, check out the 9 months results video. A link can be found in the video description or at the end of this video. The next fight is in the featherweight division between Mairon Santos and Francis Marshall. And Santos is the big favorite with minus 325 in average odds, and Francis the underdog with plus 250. Santos is a huge favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 92%. Most of them predict he will win via decision or a KO/TKO. We see the same result in picks by the YouTube prediction channels. 81 channels out of 89 pick him to win for 91%, and only 8 channels have picked Francis Marshall to win. And he's again a huge favorite in picks by the best predictors with 14 out of 15. 10 out of 11 channels of the best favorite predictors pick him to win, and also all the best underdog predictors. So 0 of the best underdog predictors have faith in Francis Marshall, the underdog. So it looks to be a tough night for him. The opening fight of the prelims is between Alex Morono and Carlos Leal in the welterweight division. And Carlos Leal is the biggest favorite on this card with minus 775. And with plus 520, Alex Morono is the big underdog. 89% of the Tapology Community pick Carlos to win, and they predict he will win via KO/TKO or a decision. Carlos is even a bigger favorite in picks by the YouTube prediction channels. 85 out of 87 pick him to win for almost 98%. And only 2 channels see value in Alex Morono, Aside MMA and Bro No Cap. And if he wins, they will have a huge return on investment of 520% for a moneyline bet on Alex Morono. And as you could see by the colors, the best predictors almost all pick Carlos to win, except for Aside MMA. And the same with the best favorite predictors with 9 out of 10 for Carlos. And 0 of the best underdog predictors have picked the underdog in Alex Morono. If you enjoy the content and find it helpful or informative, then don't forget to like this video or subscribe. Thank you so much. The second fight of the prelims is in the middleweight division between Ferreira and Armen Petrosyan. Armen is the slight favorite with minus 145 in average odds, and Ferreira the underdog with plus 120. Although Armen Petrosyan is the favorite, most of the Tapology community have picked Bruno Ferreira to win with 78%, and most of them think he will win via KO or TKO. And the underdog in average odds is also the favorite in picks by the YouTube Predictions Channels. 57 out of 90 predictions channels have picked him to win for 63%. So also a favorite in picks, but not as big as with the Tapology community. The best favorite predictors, the channels with the highest return on investment when picking favorites, only pick the favorite fighter Armen Petrosyan 3 out of 11 times. And the best underdog predictors, almost all of them pick the underdog Bruno Ferreira to win with 9 out of 11 channels. So who do you think is right here, the odds makers or the prediction channels? Let us know in the comments below. The next fight is in the flyweight division between Rei Tsuruya and Joshua VS. With minus 190 in average odds, Joshua VS is the favorite, and with plus 155, Rei is the underdog. 81% of the Tapology community picked Joshua VS to win and 90% pick Tsuruya. And most are predicting Joshua VS wins via decision. We see the same results in picks by the YouTube prediction channels. 74 out of 88 pick Van to win for 84%. The best overall predictors pick Joshua Van 11 out of 14. The best predictors on favorite fighters only all pick Joshua Van to win. And only 2 out of 11 of the best underdog predictors have picked Tsuruya to win. So it seems that the Tapology community and the prediction channels on YouTube favor Joshua Van more than the odds makers. And then, the last fight on the prelims is between Blaydes and Rizvan Kuniev in the heavyweight division. And Blaydes is the big favorite with minus 340 versus the newcomer Rizvan Kuniev, who is the underdog with plus 265. Curtis is also the big favorite in picks by the Tapology community with 87%, and most of them predict he will win via KO TKO. And he's also the favorite in picks by the YouTube predictions channels with 69 out of 89 channels for 77.5%. And 20 channels have picked Rizvan Kuniev to win. When we look at the best predictors, Blaydes is not such a big favorite in picks anymore. 8 out of 13 pick him to win for 61.5%. And 5 of them have picked Rizvan Kuniev to win. Of the best favorite predictors, 7 out of 10 pick Blaydes to win. And the best underdog predictors, 4 out of 9 pick the underdog Rizvan Kuniev. Then we go to the main card for this event, which opens with a fight between King Green and Mauricio Ruffy in the lightweight division. And Mauricio Ruffy is the huge favorite with minus 475 and with plus 375 King Green the underdog. In picks by the Tapology community, Ruffy is also a huge favorite with 93% of the picks for him, making him the biggest favorite on this card in picks by the Tapology community. And most of them predict he will win via KO TKO. We see the same result in picks by the YouTube prediction channels. 88 out of 93 pick him to win for almost 95%. The best overall predictors and the best favorite predictors over the last 9 months all pick Mauricio Ruffy to win. And the best underdog predictors don't have faith in King Green to win this fight. Only one of them have picked him to win. The second fight on the main card is in the women's strawweight division between Amanda Lemos and Iasmin Lucindo. Iasmin Lucindo is the small favorite with minus 140 and with plus 115 Amanda Lemos the underdog. 66% or 2/3 of the Tapology community pick Lucindo to win and 34% pick Lemos to win. And almost all of them think this fight will end in a decision. In picks by the YouTube prediction channels, Lucindo is a smaller favorite with 53 out of 90 channels picking her to win for 59%. The best predictors over the last 9 months pick Lucindo 8 out of 14 times and Lemos 6 out of 14. The best favorite predictors pick the favorite Iasmin Lucindo 7 out of 10 times. And the best underdog predictors have picked the underdog Amanda Lemos only 3 out of 11 times. So most of them don't think she will win this fight. Want the latest up-to-date picks and odds for all fights on this weekend's card while supporting the channel? Consider becoming a Patreon supporter or a Buy Me a Coffee member for exclusive updates. After this video, I keep tracking the latest picks and odds, updating them every Friday and Saturday with newly added picks from all UFC prediction channels, the best predictors and the most profitable favorites and underdog predictors. Updated odds. See how the betting lines move daily. Tapology stats. Find out if the MMA community is changing their picks. Support the channel and stay up to date. I'd really appreciate it. Links are in the description. Then we go to the lightweight division for a fight between Jalin Turner and Ignacio Bahamondes. And this fight is almost even in odds. Bahamondes is a tiny favorite with -125 and with +105 Turner the underdog. This fight is the closest in picks by the Tapology Community, and 60% of them favor Bahamondes to win and 40% have picked Turner to win. And most expect this fight to end in a KO, TKO or a decision. Ignacio Bahamondes is a bigger favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels. 64 out of 95 channels pick him to win for 67%. And 31 channels have picked Jalin Turner to win. When we look at the best predictors, it's basically even in picks. 8 out of 15 think Ignacio wins and 7 think Jalin Turner will win. The best favorite predictors have a bit more faith in the favorite Ignacio Bahamondes with 8 out of 11. And 4 out of 11 of the best underdog predictors pick Jalin Turner the underdog to win. And then, for the co-main event, we have a fight in the lightweight division between Justin Gaethje and Fiziev, who will face each other for the second time, after Gaethje won the first fight 2 years ago. Fiziev is the favorite with -165 and with +135, Justin Gaethje is the underdog. Although Justin Gaethje is a small underdog in odds, he is the favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 69% and 31% pick Raphael to win. And most of them expect this fight to go to a decision or a KO TKO. In picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels, this fight is pretty close. Justin Gaethje is the small favorite in picks with 52 out of 95 channels picking him to win for 55%. And 43 channels are picking Fiziev to win for 45%. However, when we look at the best predictors over the last 9 months, Fiziev becomes the favorite. 9 out of 15 channels pick him to win for 60%. And he's also a small favorite in picks by the best favorite predictors with 6 out of 11. And the best underdog predictors, 4 out of 11 pick Justin Gaethje, the underdog, to win. And then, the main event of the evening is of course between Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev for the light heavyweight championship of the world. And this fight is also really close in odds, with Alex Pereira being the small favorite with -117 and Ankalaev the underdog with -103. Although the odds are basically even, Alex Pereira is the big favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 73%. And most of them think he will win via KO TKO. He's also the favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels, although a bit smaller. 61 out of 95 channels pick Alex Pereira to win for 64%. And 34 channels have picked Magomed Ankalaev to win for 36%. When we look at picks from the best predictors over the last 9 months, things turn around. And Magomed Ankalaev becomes the slight favorite with 8 out of 15 picks for him for 53%. And 7 of the best predictors pick Alex Pereira to win. 5 out of 11 of the best favorite predictors pick Alex Pereira, the favorite, to win. And 7 out of 11 of the best underdog predictors pick the underdog Magomed Ankalaev. But since this fight is so close in odds, we can kind of ignore the picks from the best favorite and underdog predictors. So yeah, overall this fight looks to be a really close one. So, who do you got? Let us know in the comments below. What might be the best betting opportunities on this card? The first one is Brunno Ferreira as the underdog. He is picked 9 out of 11 times by the best underdog predictors for 82%, so most of them like his chance of winning. The second best betting opportunity this week is Joshua Fan. He is the favorite with -190 and he is picked by the best favorite predictors 10 out of 10 times or 100%. And the final best betting opportunity for this week is Ignacio Bahamondes. He is a small favorite with -125, but is picked by the best favorite predictors 8 out of 11 times for 73%. What are your best betting opportunities this week? Let us know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this overview of all the fight picks. If you found it helpful, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to support the channel while getting exclusive updates, consider becoming a Patreon supporter or a member on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much for watching, have an awesome weekend, enjoy the fights, and I will see you in the next video.